And those judges' scorecards all count.
Judge 2 from Canada, Judge 3 Republic of Korea, Judge 4 Moldova, Judge 5 Azerbaijan.
And we've got our American referee in the ring. And Anusha Kodithuwakku will be in the ring shortly. Her best result, a quarter-final at the 2010 World Championships. Fighting at 48 kilos.
Representing India, let's welcome
MC Mary Com, a couple of veterans in here, 35 and 39. This woman was the world champ back in 2008. Made the quarterfinals of the world champs in 2012. She's an athlete, but she's also a member of parliament in India. And we're joined by Mr. Magic Paul Miller. Great to have your company again, and it's semi-final time.
Yes, and these two women are very tough. We saw them earlier, and both were impressive in their victories. It's hard to pick this bout for me, John.
Yeah, referee stopped Kodithuwakku's first contest against Brandy Barnes from Cayman Islands. That was in round 1.
Yeah, she was really aggressive, Kodithuwakku. She was very good. And MC Com, she is a veteran, but she still boxes like a young woman with a lot of physicality, very, very fit, very strong.
And a unanimous points decision over the Scot, Megan Gordon, in her opening bout. Mary Com will be giving up some height and reach. Very fast hands.
Okay, boxers, I want you to keep your heads up. No holding. Keep the punches up. Touch gloves. Wait for the bell. Good luck to you both.
seconds now, ladies and gentlemen, up to the video board's first time today. Let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So we have MC Mary Com, 35-year-old from India in the blue. Anusha Kodithuwakku of Sri Lanka, 39-year-old in the red. A couple of veterans. And we've made a Bollywood movie about Com. Her life story, the world champ who now does her arguing mostly out of the ring in Parliament. But she's in the ring at the moment.
Kodithuwakku has a reach advantage. We can see that quite clearly. But Com is very, very good at, we just saw it then, she's very good at judging the distance. She has her hands down against a taller opponent, and she's quite comfortable like that. She's very good eyes. She sees the punches quite well.
Was fighting out of that southpaw stance.
John, I saw Kodithuwakku in the warm-up area, and to watch these women punch the pads, I just, you know, to hit a moving target is very difficult. There's a lot of timing involved. But to hit these pads when they're warming up, she was hitting the pads ferociously. The speed and the power is just formidable. Referee just warning Kodithuwakku for holding. And they've been really, really strict with that during this tournament, that they will not have it.
It's a second warning for holding, and well, actually, he's warned her for pushing her head down.
Right. Pushing her head down, right.
But you can't very well push your head down without holding, but it's interesting you decide to go that way as opposed to a second warning for the same offence. Of course, after 2 warnings, the third doesn't have to be, but can be a point deducted. Just feeling each other out. There's a shot at a gold medal at the end of all of this. Remember, this is a semi-final. Our first two bouts are semi-finals today.
I've heard people say to me, why don't they just punch? Why don't they just punch? And nothing reveals a person's lack of knowledge about boxing more than when they say, why don't they just punch? They're very skilled. They're making little decoys, setting traps, trying to outsmart each other. Right now, it looks like little activity, but there is a lot going on in that boxing ring. It's high boxing IQ.
Yeah, why don't they just punch? Of course, quite often the opponent, that's exactly what they want you to do. Make them miss, make them pay, is the old phrase, but invite them in and then answer. And Com, of course, shorter, less reach, fast hands though, and as you've made the point often, the longer arms have a lot longer to get back, and you want a fighter to be able to throw their punch and get it back to bring it back as quickly as it went out, so to speak. So, oh, that's a great bit of work. The way she ducked under that and then put us straight back into the rope. But she turned into the first round. So 4 world championships between 2008 and 2014 for Kodithuwakku, the Sri Lankan. And there wasn't a lot in that first round, but a couple of cleaner punches did, I think, go to the Indian. Or how'd you see it?
I think so too, as well, John. Kodithuwakku did land a couple of nice punches. We actually saw some footage of that just a moment ago. Kodithuwakku's coaches, the Sri Lankan coaches, I like them a lot, John. I like the way they operate. I saw the way they were warming her up in the change rooms, and they're just smart guys. I think they're good coaches.
Kodithuwakku of Sri Lanka is in the red. Her opponent, Com, India. A couple of veterans. Com's 35, Kodithuwakku is 39. That's a nice right hand from her. Semi-final, 48 kilos. Using that reach again.
Isn't it interesting? Com likes to fight at range. She's a short fighter, but she has excellent head movement, excellent eyes. She sees punches very well, and she has good hand speed and good foot speed. She likes to box at range, and just now she's found herself in a tricky situation because she's in with a boxer who also likes to box at range and has just a little edge, perhaps an edge in hand speed, I'm not sure, but definitely a reach advantage. Interesting. Can Com make some adjustments and change her style, come in a little bit closer? I'm not sure.
Because what you've seen from her over the years is this terrific ability to come in with one, sometimes come in with 1-2, and then get straight back out so quickly. She doesn't get tagged.
And she has that electric right hook on her way out, and when her opponent is seeking to return,
and the amount
they get caught with the right hook.
The amount of work that Com would have to do to stay at that level in terms of her movement, her footwork, and the amount of skipping and road work she would do to continue to have the speed at 35. And it's been up a long time. She's gold medalist at the World Championships in 2008, so a decade ago.
And she went to the body there as well. It was nice. There's a couple of little punches to the head. I don't mind Kodithuwakku giving one back, but she got 2 in the back of the head then from Com.
And when you look at the distance between the two of them, Com really has to stay unbelievably alert because she's at most centimetres out of range, and sometimes she's in range and then relying on head movement. And she has to be able to get in quickly to actually throw a jab that'll score for her. A little left-hand lead. Thought about hitting her in the back of the head. Her opponent did turn, though, which can be very frustrating. It was smart enough not to throw another one. Little left hook as she came in then.
Might be enough just to edge the round for Com.
That was a really close round. Hard to split them. there was a period where Fidel Castro, who of course was a boxing nut, a boxer in Cuba in his reign, they were treated as absolute royalty. People thought, well, why doesn't Stevenson turn pro? He's 3-time Olympic gold medalist. It's because he was living like a king. But Castro tried to get Com to come to Cuba and fight for Cuba.
Interesting story. She wouldn't blow out a candle. Look, she's smiling. So confident. She is a cool customer. It hasn't been fought at a hectic pace, round 1 and round 2. There's a lot of traps and decoys, but not a lot of hands.
My Hindi's not great. I don't know what he said, but he must have said something funny. He was smiling. Kodithuwakku of Sri Lanka is in the red. A couple of very close rounds. Com of India, a 35-year-old in the blue. Kodithuwakku is no spring chicken either. She's 39. And 2 very close rounds. Both women would think they've got a bit to do in this, sir. There's nothing between them. You would think that the fight and a shot at a gold medal is on the line right here.
Kodithuwakku just has to be careful about holding. She's going to get a warning at some stage for holding. Just a very subtle little change to the fight. Now Com is a little bit more on the back foot because she just has edged those rounds, and there's a little bit more urgency about Kodithuwakku, and rightly so. Of course, neither boxer knows. There's no open scoring. They don't know that they've won the round or not, but we know what's going on, John. We have a feeling, oh, I edged that round, or my opponent edged that round. We know what's going on, generally. Sometimes it's too close to tell, but generally the boxers know.
Yeah, I think Com certainly edged the first round. She may have got the second round as well, but gee, it was close. So she's certainly not in a situation where you expect her to hop on a bike and stay away. She has to work pretty hard in this round. Needs to finish it, but you're right, she'd be feeling a little more comfortable. The thing you can see from the Sri Lankan is just a bit more urgency, coming forward more. Oh, she's walked into a terrific left hand, and then that other little one may not look like it did much, but it's still scored. Hits her in the back of the head again. Yeah, it's a justified warning.
Kodithuwakku has to be careful with holding. She has to be very careful with this holding. The referee will not separate them. The boxers must do it themselves. And Com...
Oh, nice work from Com.
She's very, very handy, very cagey.
But she just came straight on the inside of that jab, which can be risky, of course. It takes it close to the opponent's right hand, but came on the inside and delivered a terrific straight left. This is a good round for her.
We're just seeing a veteran hustle the fight. You know, she's just using her experience, and I think she has won.
Well, they've done a film of her life in Hindi. Are they going to have to do a follow-up? Will there have to be a sequel? Is she going to once again reign in the boxing ring with a gold medal? Nice performance. She's very happy there. She definitely feels she's won. We stand by. Of course, we don't get to see the judges' scorecards either. But we stand by for the official results. And just a little bit too quick.
Final checks complete, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the official decision. The judges have scored this bout as a unanimous points decision in favour of the blue.
Yep, it's unanimous. What a terrific performance. Back in a major international gold medal bout. You'll see that on Saturday if you can be with us. Great performance. In fact, she won every round on every judge's scorecard. So As you felt, Paul, she shaded the first two and finished very well as well. MC Merrycom. Her opponent will leave with a bronze medal from these games, but silver or gold awaits.
Really enjoyed watching Kodithuwakku, John. I think she has a really good skill set. She just came in against this woman who is not only has a very good skill set, but just experienced. Very, very experienced. Great boxer.
And you would, I mean, who knows? That's a lovely left hand, isn't it? It came inside that jab. But who knows how long she'll go on for? But with the busy schedule that she has, she's a member of Parliament. To have been a world champion 10 years ago, it's got a nice ring to it to perhaps, you know, finish her career with a gold medal here. She's 35. She looks fit enough to keep going, but her life's just so busy. So many things on. You just wonder whether she'd be thinking this is a good way of going out with a gold medal bout on the Gold Coast of the Commonwealth Games.
Another full house here at Oxford Studio.
So who will face Com for the gold medal? Will it be O'Hara of Northern Ireland or Benny from New Zealand? We'll find out in the next 10 minutes or so. Those women are about to make their way to the ring. We'll have a look at the judges for this bout from Italy, Uzbekistan, Fiji, Canada and China. And referee making his way into the ring as well.